What up? What up? We are back. Act 3, Silver Screen Breakdowns, Bad Santa. I am Alex.
I am Nelson Tynes. What's going on? I'm here in Hollywood, and Alex is in Vegas, by the way.
Hell yeah, repping the West Coast. And
you're telling me it's cold there in the winter. I had no idea. I thought it was hot all year round there.
Pretty crazy. I think if anybody has never been to Vegas in December or January, I think you'd be really shocked because, we think of Vegas, 100-degree weather every single day, all day, every day. It's very, very cold for someone coming from Southern California. A lot of days we're in the 30s and 40s, and there'll be some days
for highs.
Not for the highs. Not for the highs. That'll be the lows. I mean, these last couple days, I think it was somewhere in the 60s, like during the day, and then super cold at night.
So let's say January 12th. What would it be like in the daytime? Sunny.
That's my birthday, and so
it was, just pick a date.
It's always super cold in January. Like during the day, might touch 70s and 60s, but at night. Cool. It's at night it's going to be really after sundown, and the sun sets at like 4:30, sets like super early, and it's down into like the 40s.
So but okay, so in the middle of the winter, I just want to get clarity. In the middle of the winter, in the day, if it's sunny, it's still going to be like in the 60s,
50s,
right? It's not like 40s,
50s and 60s, I'd say.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Then that's similar to the daytime in LA, except LA doesn't get that cold at night.
Yeah, Vanessa said it's 45 right now, and it's
that's with the sundown.
7 o'clock. It's gonna get colder.
Here it was probably 61 or something maybe.
Yeah.
Well, so it's mainly when the sun's down, big difference. When the sun's up, very similar to LA.
Yeah, because we're 2,500 feet above sea level, so like just when the sun is like. You're in the sun, it feels hotter because we're 2,500 feet closer to the sun than Southern California.
Well, you think it'd be hotter than if you're on Mount Everest, it's colder though.
Well, see, because it's the sun only can heat so much, right?
Yeah, true. I would say real quick since we're on this topic, just to wrap it up. But I was just doing some work in Hollywood, my labels at Staples. And the woman that helps me, she lives in just a little slightly north of Pasadena, right?
Yeah.
Pasadena is pretty much attached to LA, but the climate's a lot different over there.
Yeah.
So you got like 4 or 5 different climates within LA. You got Santa Monica and Venice, it's a little cooler. Where I'm at in Hollywood, it's the warmest as far as average warm, but if you want hot and then colder at night is the Valley. And the Valley is a lot hotter than LA, other than Hollywood and downtown LA. And then you go inland, and it's even hotter in Palm Springs, but it's cooler at night.
Yeah, see, in Palm Springs, that's what's crazy is because, like, if you've never been to Palm Springs in December, it's snowing there.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's mountains. It's desert, and then they have mountains like over there. But that's what's crazy is one of the first camping trips that I remember taking, it was with Kidda's family. And it was like in December during Christmas break or whatever. It's fucking snowing. It's 10 degrees.
I had no idea, man. We're shooting in January there. We were supposed to shoot this month. I don't know what happened. We're shooting in January.
If you're not in the mountains, it's not going to be snowy. But it should be cold though. Either way, it'll be cold over there.
Man, I thought it was hot all year round, man. Okay. I'll learn my lesson soon, about a month.
Either way though, even 30s and 40s, it's way different from, Dennis, he's in Minnesota, and he always talks about in the winter, it's like -30, -40, and that's.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different animal.
Way different. As long as we're above zero, I think we're okay.
Yeah, and I'm from Canada, so I know cold and lived it. Yeah. So even that's what I'm thinking, Vegas, cold? Nah.
Yeah.
Palm Springs? Nah, not really.
Yep.
Cool maybe, but not cold. So Bernie Mac's on deck. He's going to throw a monkey wrench in this whole operation of theirs.
Oh, yeah. He figured it all out. He figured out exactly what is going on. And now he's ready. I mean, really ready to tell them what they want, or to tell them what he wants. They try to negotiate with him, but doesn't really go to plan. Here we go. Here's Bernie Mac's a shrewd negotiator. That is for sure.
He's even left-handed. I didn't know that. Willie.
Yeah.
He's left-handed.
Oh, fucking Willie, man. Fucking Willie. And Bernie Mac, shrewd negotiator. There was no talking him out of half. Nope. So now the deal's out there. Now they know. No matter what, they're getting half. They're getting half. And he said that he wants to cherry pick everything as well. Like, what the hell? Like, they super pissed about that. That's for sure. Because that's probably like where they get more of the money, is from all the things that I know they're probably selling it for stolen prices or whatever, but I mean, they're getting a lot of shit. I mean, you see how much money they got, and I don't know. Is it even going to be worth it for them at this point?
Well, otherwise, I mean, they shut them down, right? They'll get nothing.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing.
What's 50% of nothing, right?
Yeah.
And but Billy Bob is so pissed now that he shows up just completely shit-faced, like so much so that he starts beating the shit out of like the fake animals and everything that are right there.
Yes.
Yeah. And because now he's like untouchable, like because now Bernie Mac's gonna make sure that nothing happens to him. But what Marcus doesn't like it though. He is hella pissed. Like, start slapping him around. You're gonna ruin this for us. And Bernie Mac is like, maybe you need to take him to the car. What? How am I gonna fucking take him to the car?
I'm 3 feet tall.
He's like, you guys always wanting special treatment for being handicapped. He's like, it's a matter of fucking physics.
Have you noticed? I'm a runt.
Oh man, shout out to Joe. What up, Joe?
Joe.
But yeah, this is where Billy Bob just starts going more and more like off the rails for sure. I mean, shit, he was done. Like, goes back to the next scene is you see him like in the garage of Thurman Merman's house, and he's got a hose in the car, and like the car's on, so you're assuming he's trying to kill himself. He's got the bottle there, and then Thurman comes out, and he's asking him about something. I don't even know what the fuck he's asking him about, but then he sees his eye. He's like, what the fuck happened to your eye? And it's like, I don't know why he gets his jollies off for like helping Thurman, but he totally does, because he gets to go beat the shit out of all these punk ass kids now.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
In honor of Thurman. So
that's
even though
he's beating up a kid.
Well, yeah, I mean, what he's doing is like super wrong, right? Like, I mean, he's beating the shit out of all these 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old kids, something like that. These either preteens or young teens. But because those kids literally have tortured and harassed that Thurman Merman kid.
Boy Thurman.
Exactly. It was okay, right? Like, I mean, it was okay for him to beat the shit at all those stupid ass kids. And hey, we got Bogey in the house. He's made it.
Hey.
What up?
Yeah. And you know what? That was his first sign of humanity.
So
right? Well, because he actually cared about that kid enough to like, let me go beat the shit out of these kids. Fuck these kids. You know?
Well, it evolved. Here's what it evolved from. First,
well, he was having sex with the women, though.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah.
That was a human element, but you're
big
right.
fan of the dookie shoot. He is.
But his the first sign of him being human was giving the kid a ride home. It quickly turned when he robbed the kid. You
Of
know,
course. I mean,
Hold on a second. How did the kid get there?
get where?
Where he
rode the
saved him
bus.
from the
He
guy
would
that
ride-
wasn't gay.
he would ride the bus.
Yeah, he was just still at the mall
Oh,
because that's where it was. The
mall parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was random. The dude just runs up on him. He's like,
Oh yeah,
I'm
he's at the
gay.
mall, right?
Yeah.
And then
And then his second, the second humanity sighting from him was after he fucked up and ate the kids fucking all of his Advent candy.
Oh yeah, he ran through him.
And then he sobered up and he realized what he did. And then like he put like a candy corn in there or whatever to try to like make up for it. The kid was so disappointed. He's like, oh man, there's a candy corn in this one. And he was pissed. He's like, it can't all be winners, kid. Okay.
Poor kid.
Super pissed. But yeah, but now, like, I mean, it's like this kid is giving him a reason to live, like teaching this kid not to be like,
such a pussy.
Not to be a weakling.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
He's like, okay. He's like, no, see, that's what I'm talking about, kid. The fuck?
then he fucking kid went. Then they're doing like they're sparring or whatever. They're gonna be boxing.
It's like that.
Yeah, because Marcus, he's like, man, how are you talking me into this shit? Why am I even doing this stupid shit? And pretty much what he said, we got to teach him not to be a fucking pussy. And he tells the kid to get mad, just get real mad. And then he kicks Marcus in the nuts. Oh man,
yeah,
Marcus
Marcus
is hella
was
pissed.
pretty
You
bad.
stupid motherfucker, you don't kick anybody in the nuts. And then he punches him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Everyone gets punched in the
down.
nuts.
Yeah, and then Billy
They all
Bob
get punched in
you
the
can't punch a kid in the nuts, and then he punches Billy Bob in the nuts.
And then he kicks him in the nuts.
Yep.
They're all down. They're all down and out.
Everyone is down and out from getting a nut shot.
Oh, man, that shot is no joke, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're, I don't know how old Thurman is. Let's just say 10 years old. Maybe he's 8 to 10, somewhere in there. Doesn't matter if you're a big baby Huey like him or Marcus or Willie. It's all going to take you down. It's all going to take you down.
Hold on, let me grab these papers out the car real quick.
We're hitting the dab. Cheers to everybody out there on Twitch with us. But yeah, so pretty much like, I mean, Thurman pretty much saved him from wanting to kill himself. Because like after the Bernie Mac shiz, like, I don't know, like he already said in the beginning of the movie, there's no guarantee that he won't try to take his own life at some point because everything's really shit.
Yeah, I feel bad for that kid, man.
And I'm talking about Billy Bob. Not
Billy Bob. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I don't remember the kid
William.
talking about suicide and shit. But yeah, because, well, I mean, look at the way he drinks and shit. You know what I mean?
He started the movie, like the movie started with him saying that he hasn't committed suicide yet, but it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
Or something to that nature, worded that way.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably doesn't have a lot of problems either. Like he definitely does have a lot of problems, but like at the end of the day,
I don't think he has a problem with the problems he has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
right.
just the way of his
kind of
life.
embraces
Yeah.
issues.
I mean, even like how reckless he's gotten at this point, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't care.
Even this right there, just being in cahoots with this kid a little too much. That's like, you know what I mean? Just even taking him to the gym and trying to teach this kid about like if I'm hitting the licks, bro, you gotta be real incognito, like never seen.
Well, we were talking about it even when he goes to the kid's house for the first time. He's got the ski mask on and everything. And then he feels so comfortable because he doesn't even have to steal it. The kid's just like giving it to him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, here's the safe. Want some sandwiches? Like, oh, yeah, but your dad's got a car? Yeah, here it is.
Mm-hmm. And like, I think what is it? The dad's like, it's funny because I was just in my mind, the dad's like a dope dealer. He's locked up.
He's been committing some white collar crimes.
There you go.
He was a hardcore criminal.
He was an
Did not
embezzler.
strike me to be. It didn't strike me to be. All right, so okay, hold on.
And not because that's right. Because mind you, this is one of my favorite. I've seen this movie a bazillion times. I didn't get to rewatch it, but to remember like the little minute details. But yeah, because I was like, okay, that's right. So this is blue collar shit, Dad. Because I don't remember if they explain why he's missing.
Well, they don't explain why, I don't think.
Well, that they do say it. The Bernie Mac, I can't even remember what it was because it doesn't necessarily even make a difference to the story. But it was when Bernie Mac went in there, he's like, "Hey, are you in here for this and this and this and this?" But the the part at where we're at in the movie right now, it was when
he had confronted them, right?
We already saw
that. In now.
Yeah, we already saw that part. So this is where, Billy Bob, after he beat all those kids' asses, from him. And here, Nelson, here's where Thurman walks in on them. So he comes home.
Right.
Comes back to the house with Sue. And it was when the grandma was looked like she was dead.
Yeah.
And
just lethargic as fuck.
Yeah, super, dead, sleeping to the world, And they're both of them are like, is she dead? And he's putting his finger under her nose to see if he's breathing.
She jump scares the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, he puts his head on her chest to see if he gets a heartbeat. And that's when she comes to and he shits himself. You guys want some sandwiches?
Yo, oh shit, that shit was funny.
But Thurman walks in on on him and Mrs. Santa's sister is the story that he tells. And he brings, I forget what the hell, because he gifted him something. I forget what the hell he gifted him. Is literally a piece of wood. I think he was trying to make a pickle or some shit. But it was the thing that he was cutting when he cut his hand. And so now this is another thing. Yeah,
that's right. Because he was trying to make him whittle him some shit, and he didn't hurt himself. And he's like, "God damn it, kid."
Yeah, because he didn't know what happened. He just woke up screaming, or he woke up to the kid screaming.
That's right.
Because he cut himself, and then we find out it was making that. Which literally just a piece of wood, like a wooden pickle.
It was the thought that counted.
Yeah, for sure.
He hurt himself doing it. The guy's like, you can't even he's like, fucking God damn it.
The blood was all over it.
He's just can't. He's just like, damn, this kid's fucking God help this kid.
It was so funny though. So the next day he brings him the report card and he asks how good he did, and he's got all C's. But he finally sees his name. He's like, "Is your name Thurman Merman?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then it zooms down to his name.
Thurman Merman.
Down there. And seeing here's this is more of the humanity part, right? And
he's basically just his dad now. You know what I mean? The kid's clearly off his rocker. Or really, really poorly educated, maybe even all of the above, right? He thinks Santa's his new dad, basically, man.
Well, and and he even asked him, "So you're gonna get me a present?" And he was like, "I'm not fucking Santa, right?" He was like, "I know you're not Santa," but he was like, "I was, are you gonna get me a present because we're friends now?" And then
God damn it. That kid pulls the heartstrings out of him. A little black and tarred heart.
He gets a present the hard way.
And and seeing then and then he's like, "I know there's no Santa," and then he's like, "I know I'm not gonna get any presents because I'm such a dipshit loser," something like that. And then that's the thing is I think he I'm sure Billy Bob,
the reality, it's almost like he's like, "Yeah, kid, that's all true. But damn, kid, come on. Why you gotta say it like that?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he knows the world is harsh. This is bad. He's bad sounding. Listen, the world ain't all it's cut out to be. And this kid is very aware of that, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's almost like the kid don't got no innocence. He just know, I think before you guys caught off of YouTube earlier, Nelly had pointed something out. He said, "Man, it's the kids is never startled by anything. He's never you know what I mean? It's almost like he's endured so much you know what I mean,
Like a
prior to all
savant.
this.
Yeah, it's really wild. He just I mean, I guess he had to have been through that much to where he's like that numb already at however old he is.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, how old is this kid supposed to be? It's almost like he just stayed a 7-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I assumed he's
I
somewhere.
think he's older than 7.
Yeah, I know, but it's almost
He's
like
more
he
like a
stayed a
10-year-old.
7-year-old. Like you know what I mean? He has like a
His mental
little
state,
kiddish. You know what I mean?
Because I assume he's somewhere, but in the 8 to 10 category. You know.
Yeah, if you're getting letter grades,
Third,
that's like
second, third. You know, maybe 4th grade.
Yeah, I'd say like he's probably like 9 or 10. I'd say like because if you're getting letter grades, that's usually like, well, at least where I'm from, where I went to school. Like you don't start getting before, like for kindergarten through.
For the movie, it probably just made it easier to do it that way, though.
Yeah,
because I know what you mean. Like, yeah, we didn't have letter.
Yeah, they did S's and O's, like satisfactory or outstanding, and then when you got letter grades, you're like in 4th grade and fitting up.
Yeah, but yeah, so this kid, man, all fucked up. Billy Bob feels way too sorry for him, and fucking Marcus and his chick, they're trying to figure out how to take matters into their own hands here with Bernie Mac, because they're really not trying to give up half.
Fuck
They're
no.
really not.
Hell no. When you're greedy like that, bro, you fuck no.
So they're gonna take you out.
Yep. So they follow him. They figure out where he's coming out of, and then they stage a fucking pretty much just stage their car, you know, being fucked up and being stranded on like the side of the road or whatever. And they stop him, and he can't reach the fucking he can't reach to put the what's it called, the jumper cables like on the battery. So Bernie Mac helps him out with that. And then
it's funny too, because Bernie Mac, you could tell he do not want to do that.
Yep. And then the chick just rams him.
Sandwiched him.
He dies funny, huh? Hey, Bernie Mac, real soon.
Bogey, you're cold, man. Cold.
No, listen, because like I'm just saying, listen, I love Bernie Mac. I'm just talking about in the movie he dies funny, like you know, he got it. He does the whole Bernie Mac
clean up
thing.
his injuries. No, it's just a scratch.
You know what I mean? He cut him down to size, though, man. That's fucked up.
But they got him, and then they had to get the next victim.
Yeah, and it's funny, while they're doing that, while they're scheming, Billy Bob, he's hanging out with old Thurman Merman and their family, and he brings over Sue, and I mean,
did they already do the tree and he grabs her butt?
Yeah, well that's where we're at right now, and that's
okay. I love that. That's great.
That's hilarious. This is probably the closest thing that he's
not
ever
a bad butt either.
This is probably the closest thing that he's had to like a normal family Christmas, is what I'm.
Yeah, you got the old senile grandma just there, sandwiches, and then you got the little naive snot-nosed kid with the Jewish wife that loves taboo Christmas so much.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
And he's opening Thurman's opening more of the advent calendar, because Billy Bob went through and he put a bunch of replacements in there, and you see him pull out one and it's a pill, and he's like, aspirin.
Oh, that poor dumbass kid.
But yeah, that was one of the that was one of the funnier parts for sure. Him her putting up the star, or the whatever she was putting up, the popcorn that was on there. I used to hate doing that. You guys ever did that? The popcorn on the string or whatever?
No, we never did the popcorn.
Was it tedious? You had to throw a needle or something?
Yeah, I can't even count how many times I fucking poked myself. Like,
that's just stupid. Why would you put popcorn on your tree like that? That's ridiculous.
I mean, I never did the popcorn thing. And I even thought it was even stupider when you go to like Michael's, like that's the fucking those craft stores, and you can see like they have like fake popcorn.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, even like I don't know. I was I like my Christmas trees to look classy. Like even like growing up, when you're a kid, you make ornaments and shit at school, and then like so every year it'd be like half our trees like half fucking ornaments that me and my sisters made and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't do that shit for my shit. Put that shit in the corner right there. In the bottom of the tree, because we're about to have our shit looking luxurious. You know what I mean?
I think that part too. He was went to zip down. He was zipping down her skirt, right?
Yeah,
on the tree.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that was scripted. I think he did that on his own.
Nice.
Because how she reacted, she's like, oh.
I had this, like
Billy Bob.
I got this crazy like respect for Billy Bob solely based on the fact that he peeled Angelina Jolie at one point. Because I love Angelina Jolie. Like, I don't know if she's a good person or anything like that.
Man. Women love status.
Oh, yeah. And like, as soon as she got some status, she started moving up to bigger and better things, huh?
Jolie?
Yeah, she was with Brad Pitt for a minute. You know what I mean? He was like the biggest star for the longest.
Yeah, I don't know. She got
Billy Bob, he nails them all. Remember? What was that movie? Monster Ball? Right when they open the movie up, he's taxing the shit out of Halle Berry. I'm like, damn, Billy Bob gets it in.
And Billy Bob's the man. I mean, you think, there's only so long where he is, because he's like in, what's it called? Blood In, Blood Out. I mean, he's an asshole character, but he does have a little bit of status for at least where he's at. And Tombstone. Like, man, that was like another one that I remember him in.
That's one of those ones, yeah.
Yeah, what was he in Tombstone?
He was the guy who was the shady poker dealer, and the reason why the certain saloon was doing shitty, and like it was the first time you see fucking Wyatt Earp go in there and really start whooping ass, like you're in my seat, and they have a little like back and forth, and he gets right up in his face and slaps him, and he's like, do something, and he's got his hand on his gun, and he's like, yeah, pull it. Hold
on a second.
Slap
Did he have the mustache?
Huh?
Did he have that mustache?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Billy Bob Thornton?
So Billy Bob, I'm pretty sure.
Didn't damn near everybody have a mustache in that motherfucker?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a way to classify him. But yeah, he was.
Well, the guy I'm thinking, because I don't remember Billy Bob being in the film.
He's the guy who gets slapped multiple times, and Wyatt Earp's like, "You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?"
Who played Wyatt Earp? That was Val Kilmer, right?
Kurt Russell.
Oh, okay.
Val Kilmer was.
Which one was he? Doc.
Yep, Doc Holliday.
Okay, there you go.
And that's what it was like
a third grade, bro.
And it was Doc who comes out. That's a good one. We might have to watch that one soon. That one's real good. And then Billy Bob comes out with his shotgun. He's ready to go shoot Wyatt Earp, and then Doc sees him, calls him out, and then they pretty much.
Bob.
There you go, Bakes. Peel that smoke wagon and see what happens. I said, throw down, boy. Slaps him, this bitch slapping him.
What up, Bakes?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Bakes. Did you hear about that Christmas parade going down in Bakersfield, and some dude like ran a bunch of people over? I didn't go down the rabbit hole, but like literally when we were driving back earlier, my man brought it up. Oh shit, somebody
fucking Peacock said there was like a double murder suicide like at a bar like 3 blocks away from his house right now. Like there's some crazy
3 blocks away. Wow.
Yeah,
like bar?
right now. Yeah, like right now.
Damn,
like when the show started.
The dude went and popped. I bet you this is what happened, bro. Dude caught his bitch, bro, and it popped her and the dude, then himself, bro. Because instead of a double murder suicide, so 3 individuals.
I think so. But he said he used that as an excuse to not go back to the office Christmas party. Yeah, fuck that, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing
in the crib.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's crazy is like when I was talking to my mans today, like we're making it's a pretty long fucking trip when there's traffic and shit. So it's trapping it, and he's like, man, how you like it out here for real? You know what I mean? And I was just like, it's cool because my man's been living out here for a minute. You know what I mean? And it just worked out. I just, he had to go handle something in the bay, and I'm like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? Long story longer. It's just weird because I'm like, man, I don't know. I haven't really gone anywhere. Been here for 8 months now. I just don't really go anywhere in this area. You know what I mean? I'm still living the same way I lived back at home, where I'm just super recluse. Really, only step out to do something. You know what I mean? There is no like stepping out to kick it somewhere. Or I just don't do shit like that anymore. I mean, I don't know. I became like that after 2020. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really weird. I think the only times I've really ever done something like the old me, like, hey, let's go to Disneyland. Like, you know what I mean? That was like when I went to go link up with you. Remember that? We ain't been nowhere in hella years. I think that's the first time my son even really went out the house for real.
Crazy. Yeah, Bakes heard about that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay, so that shit is real. Like,
school's canceled. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, that's some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, Bakes. Oh yeah, because Bakes got a teenager, right? I think he's like a 15 or 16-year-old,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is wild, B. Something like that happened not too long ago. I think it was like, man, it might have been 2020 when all the Asian hate shit because of COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just like ran
stuff up. They just promote that. They just gotta hate somebody.
It's cool.
If you go on the street, there's no difference.
Yeah, but I mean, it is kind of crazy because it hit home for me because my mom works with a lot of Vietnamese people, like in at her real estate company, and these motherfuckers. There was a dude. There's a place called Little Saigon. It's like a series of plazas, like in like a probably like a mile radius. It's just all Asian markets and stuff like that, right? Restaurants. This dude just running there, just started running at people in a parking lot, bro. Just running people over. He got like a dozen people too. Just running fools over. Just anyone just walking in the parking lots. He just page. Then he ends up crashing and getting arrested and like. Anyways, this even my dad, bro. My dad would just go on walks, and then some dude just ran up on, just knocked him. Wow, you remember that shit? I mean, I'm laughing because he was all right, but he's like, oh, he hit like a bitch. But I'm like, still, Dad, you're old. You know what I mean? Like, you're old, bro. You can't be getting knocked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a weird time. I'm just saying, like, this shit, yeah. Of course, the propaganda was extra much, bro. They're all definitely on the naughty list.
Let's wrap this up. We're right near the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're all on the naughty list. Back on track. You cut me off right when I was segueing it back. I said they're all on the naughty list, and then I was gonna get right back to Christmas. See that?
And that's what Billy Bob. That's what Billy Bob and Marcus are doing now. Because after that scene, it cuts back to them going to the mall, doing all the dirt, getting all the things. Billy Bob's always going to go work on the safe. Marcus and his girl, they're going to go get everything. And this time, after Billy Bob clears the safe, he has to go get one present. That he has to get. And the kid, all he wanted was, he originally wanted a pink elephant, but now he wants a purple elephant, is what he says. And so Billy Bob had to go find that. As he finds the elephant that he wants, he turns around. Dun, dun, dun.
He got that pistol in his face.
Man, I don't know how.
He's going to kill him? No way.
Yeah, he is. That's the plan. For damn sure he's trying to murk him out.
He tried so many times to like Billy Bob to like get them caught, somehow. He's just completely done with it. He already had to get rid of Bernie Mac. What's getting rid of Billy Bob?
Yeah, he's tying up loose ends right here, basically. You know what I mean? He's like, listen, and he laid it all out to him right there, right? He's like, listen, I tried to tell you about the drinking, about the this and the that, and you know what I mean?
It's crazy because like Billy Bob, as shitty of a person as he is in this movie, like because of this part, you feel sorry for him. Like if he never would have turned on him, would anybody really feel sorry for him? At all? They had like.
Does they feel sorry for Bernie Mac?
No, Billy Bob.
Oh, for Bill. Yeah, true. Yeah, you felt sorry for him right at this part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, see, but I kind of got mixed feelings about that because I really feel like this is the kind of like he kind of deserves this in the game. Like, if you're in the game, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you breaking all the codes, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
True.
now I got to get rid of you, bro. Like, this is your fault. Like, this is basically what he's telling them. Like, listen, we had this thing sewed up. They've been getting away. This is score number 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That means that's 8 years running. And you know what I mean? I always say you could judge a man by his level of greed, right? It's pretty much something that I would.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right? Like, you know, there's many ways you could judge a man, but that's the Bogard saying right there. You could always judge a man by his level of greed, and like the fact that their greed wasn't at a super, you know, higher than where it was at. They could resist doing anything else. Just this once a year, just this one thing a year, because that's usually what gets people caught is greed. They don't want to stop. You know what I mean? You only got to do this one big lick every fucking once a year, and you know he's just like, this is it. This is the end. You know what I mean? Look at, they almost got caught. They had a guy come in and try to hoard in on them, try to blackmail him, basically. Like, listen, and he didn't even want a generous cut either. What was Bernie Mac? He was like the manager of the department store. What was his title?
Or something? He's like head of security for the mall.
Ooh. And then because he had the intel on them. He was able to call somebody to get him some info, like about he knew all the whole thing. He actually thought it was brilliant, right?
Yeah, that's why he didn't want to stop them. He just wanted half the money that they were gonna get.
He's like, man, this is good. Hey,
but yeah, they get as soon as Marcus is done giving his little speech, then you got security who pops in on him right there. They all start running. They all start shooting. And that's where the big guy jumps into the kid's dad's BMW, takes off on the high-speed chase, gets out of the car, starts running, and they start shooting right as he's on the
his back's turned, they're shooting at him. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, in certain states, that's, you know what I mean, that you can't, like, say in majority of states, bro. California, for example, if I run up on somebody, stick them up, and they feel threatened, obviously, because I got a gun in their face, and they manage to discharge their own weapon, and I run, and they shoot me in my back while I'm running, that's their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy how the law works?
Because the threat's over, right?
Yep. So now, and they say they kill me. That's murder. You know what I mean? Yeah, versus self-defense.
Well,
right?
there's people that broke into other people's houses and they're getting charged.
Oh, yeah.
By defending them their own.
And then what? New York and LA, what would they do? They would just sprinkle some crack on them, and then like everything.
Call it a day. Because then there's like when you get in the South, that's when you. In the South, that's when you have all like the stand your ground law or like the king of my castle law. King of my castle law is basically like if anyone runs up in your house, you can kill the fuck out of them. You know what I mean?
That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
You should have the right to defend your life.
Right?
Yeah.
And Billy Bob
standing right in his back.
And he pretty much and that's why he doesn't get like a crazy extenuating sentence, right? Is because of all that. Isn't that what they said?
He was unarmed for one. He's running away. He's a Santa.
I mean, he's still guilty of everything that they were doing, though, and all the robberies and everything that they committed at that point. So he was still down for
robberies, though.
Did he turn state's evidence or state witness?
I don't think they were caught for those robberies, though. I
don't remember him getting got for the robberies. I thought it fell all on the little dude.
Yeah, it's just a little dude situation because all the other accounts they got away with.
I mean, maybe the prior ones, but I mean, they got caught red-handed while they were stealing everything, right? Like, I mean, they had all the stuff that I don't know if they had the money, like right there where all the security guards were, but it was a big sting operation.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like John Ritter had something to do with it.
Right?
Well, I think so because Bernie Mac did it. Then who else?
Exactly. You know what I mean? It had to be John Ritter.
And then John,
he's so funny. He's so funny in here.
Accounts?
How timid he is, like his acting in there.
Yeah.
Did you know about the 7 prior accounts he did? Right?
So I
Ritter's
don't know.
character?
I mean, that was Bernie Mac who knew about it. I don't know if they ever, because he kept it a secret because he was going along with the scam.
Yeah, I don't know if he had like some kind of fail safe, like, hey baby, if I could come up missing, these guys did it and they're planning to do that. I don't think there was any of that. You know what I mean?
Right? I don't
It
think
could have been some got tricked.
I mean, how did the cops all show up there then? I'm
I don't know. Maybe
confused.
they see. This is why I fuck with you, Nelly, because I nitpick shit like this too. And you can tell I love this movie where I'm just trying to kind of curb it. Like, yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Normally I'd be living about this, like, for real, like, how the fuck? See, I assume it's like John Ritter or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, it's the continuity not being there because, like, you look at the year before, like, Marcus was inside there, went and shut off, the terminal or the security panel or whatever. Like, they didn't do none of that. This time they just randomly walked up.
Yeah, didn't they have him? He was like sliding down some shit.
Yeah,
he was doing hella much.
I totally forgot because I'm watching the movie right now too. The T-shirt that he got, Thurman, on the back of his shirt says "Shit happens when you party naked."
I remember that.
That's funny.
I saw that. Thurman had that on, yeah.
Yeah. And he finally stood up to that asshole too. That was the big thing right at the end.
Kicked him in the nuts.
Yep. And rode off.
You gotta get away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then he flips him off as he's riding away.
Look at it. He learned. Look at it. See that? You know what that's called? It's called applied learning. He was taught. He applied the knowledge. Applied knowledge. Let's go.
Oh man, that's crazy. John Ritter passed away that long ago. Like, literally at the end, it said "in memory of John Ritter."
Yeah.
Damn. Like,
I don't think he passed away that long ago, though. Did he?
Yeah.
This movie came out in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but maybe they tacked it on at the end. Sometimes they tack stuff on later on.
You want to know what's ironic? The first time I ever saw this movie, I was in Arizona, 2006.
He passed away September 11th, 2003.
Really?
That was before the movie got released.
Wow, I thought it was more like 2010, 2011.
Damn, 20 years ago. It's crazy.
Remember him in Problem Child?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably like my favorite movie, like, of him in it.
Yeah, that's like the only movie I can think of him in outside of this one, for real. Because like he's just famously known for Three's Company.
Yeah, and Three's Company is a little bit.
I fucked with Three's Company a little bit. I mean, Nick and Knight, that's the only reason, like, I fucked with all the shit I would have never watched before, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't even gonna like
my only connection to Three's Company is Full House. You remember the episode, right, Bogey? Where
how about knocking my door?
Blah, blah, blah. And the thing.
Three's Company too. He has to sing to the horse. That's what it is.
Yep.
I know that one.
Oh shit. Because they walked into that electronic store and she won the fucking thing. She wanted the horse, right?
Yeah, she had the money. She won the money from something, and Danny was like, "You should save it." And she was like, "It's my money. I'm gonna use it to buy whatever I want."
Buy me a goddamn horse.
Didn't work out so well.
Come on, knock on my door. Oh shit, I forgot about that. That's funny.
It is super crazy how, like, there's almost like no ending. Like, that is the ending, and pretty much. I mean, it's him getting shot, him going to prison. And then Mrs. Santa's sister is going to come and be the guardian, for Thurman Merman. And it's like, and who knows how long the dad until he comes back or whatever. But it just all ends literally like that. He sends him a T-shirt as a present. And
now I gotta watch this sequel because I
think he almost dies, so it would have to end there, I would think.
Well, he's in prison, like he didn't die. He got shot.
No, but he gets shot. I said, you think he almost died.
Yeah.
So like, what else is going to be that'd have to be pretty much the ending.
Yeah.
And I wonder I don't know what, I didn't even know part 2 existed. So now I got to go find it. Cause it's like, I would assume he gets out and now he needs some money. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it's literally like the 15 years later with 13 years later. So, I mean, he's lived a whole life, you know, like since then.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Oh, since he got out.
Yeah, it doesn't like pick up. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you saw the second one too?
It was on the streaming thing on the Christmas movies and it's whatever. I mean, maybe I need to watch it again. I didn't see it from the very beginning either. It was probably maybe 15.
You know how I feel about sequels too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna be mad.
Thurman is so old, so he's like, you know, let's say he's, I don't know, like let's say he's
20 something now.
Yeah, like literally, like, and he just goes out there to Chicago to try to find him. Somehow finds them, and yeah, he doesn't know what to do with Thurman, so he takes him to like a homeless shelter.
Shit. Damn, poor kid. He just opens the door. All right, kid, here you go.
And he's just like a bigger baby Huey version of himself. He's like literally
baby Huey.
Has he still got the blonde Jufro?
He's like wearing the exact same clothes, and like everything.
Underwear wedged up.
And if anyone wants to watch Bad Santa, we were watching this, or at least I was watching this on Pluto TV on the Fire
for
Stick.
free. That's where I was watching it.
Yeah.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, let's see what movie. Oh, and the movie we're doing next week. So this was a Peacock suggestion, Scrooged. Cool. So another look at a different look at a story that we've heard a million different ways. The Christmas Carol.
You know, this one's a bit of a kind of a remix of a Christmas theme. It's kind of like a New Age Grinch now that I think about it. Bad Santa.
Kind of.
Yeah, just kind of going. This is the guy. He's posing as Santa. He's robbing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty much Grinch in a nutshell.
Yeah. And Nelson, let's go to ratings. So we rate this on a scale. So if you buy it, that means you really love it. If it's a 5-day rental, you really like it. If it's a 2-day rental, you know, it's all right. And then same day rental, that's a big 2 thumbs down. Where's the
5-day rental on it?
Okay.
I don't buy a lot of movies anyway, so it's got to be really good for me to buy. You got to give it a buy. But I liked it a lot, so I can do a 5-day rental.
It's funny because I'm really, this is my favorite Christmas movie to date, right? Because it's almost hard to dethrone Home Alone for me, because that's always the classic favorite since I was a child. This one as an adult, I was like, oh, this is funny. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta love it. I think you said something along the lines of course this is the bogey. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? It's got some motherfuckers, he's robbing shit, and you know what I mean? He's drinking, and you know what I mean? He's
a lot of classic lines.
Yeah, you know, he's sodomizing chicks and shit. He's Bad Santa, you know what I mean? You got John Ritter in there. He's just hilarious in there. I actually own this movie, so yeah, I would own it. You know what I mean? I couldn't find it though. I didn't bother to start looking too. I was just like, so I wouldn't even know where to play it.
Bad Santa.
So for me, it is a buy. I don't own this one, and I don't buy every single movie that I like necessarily. But this one would be a buy, because if we weren't able to stream, I mean, this is one around every Christmas time. This one's got to be in the rotation at least once or twice.
Especially when people haven't seen it. You're like, oh shit, you ain't seen this one?
Peacock said he hasn't seen it. So now, Peacock, you got to watch it after the review. And he saw some of the better scenes that we threw in there. And yeah, this one's definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it.
I was fucking with it on the Twitch for a little while till I got into a bad reception area. But yeah, I saw the clip when he's like, well, I ain't never. He said, I fucked a few fat chicks in my time. I ain't never.
I think for me to buy, it would have to have a lot of sentimental.
Well, here's what I guess you gotta get the you physically buying it, because you're not just like I said, I this is a buy for me, but I don't physically own this. I haven't actually purchased it, so I guess you got.
I get what Nellie's saying though.
Get it out of your mind that you would actually be physically buying it. It's more or less It's just a top tier.
Like, okay, you want to know how much of a here's how much of a problem I used to have with like DVDs, right? Because like if I love Leonardo DiCaprio. This is literally the last DVD I bought was Wolf of Wall Street. Because like I ain't never seen that movie, but I love him so much, I'm gonna buy it whether I like it or not after I watch it. You know what I mean? Because I just
and that's the sentimental value right there.
Right? Then I happen to love it, and I'm like, good, it's a good buy. But then there's also like, like what was a good one that I bought, and I was just like, okay. I used to buy all the Adam Sandler movies. You know what I mean? Especially like I remember getting like Anger Management. I was like, nah. Like, it's not like I'm gonna return it or anything, but it's just like I would never buy this movie. You know what I mean? But because I just want to have all the Adam Sandler. Like, this is my Adam Sandler section. You know what I mean? This is how I used to be.
Yeah, I guess I'm more on different criteria because I'm more like it's like how often do you see a 10 as far as women, right?
Yeah,
it's so few and far between. But people say, "Oh, she's a 10." No, when you really see a 10 in real life, like have you really seen a 10? What's the difference of seeing a 10 as opposed to an 8 or a 9? Especially a 9.
And I guess it gets
well, subjective. At least now you understand what I'm saying, because that's all that this scale means. Not would you actually purchase it yourself. Buy just means it's a top tier.
Okay, are you saying like for me or no? That's different. Like because but 1 second, Alex. I'm rating it based on would I buy it and how much I liked it, not whether if it was an amazing film in general. Because if we say, "Oh, it's an amazing film," then it could say it's a buy, but would I buy it? Maybe not. So,
well, and that's what I'm saying. You just want to think of this like this is just our scale of 0 to 10.
You know what though? I would say though, like,
well, then I might have to change the way that I'm rating then, as far as the buy, because I'm like, if I really like it, then I'm going to say like, it's a 5-day rental.
No, but I like that you have your standard highlights.
Like Scarface, I freaking love that one. And I saw it when I was young. I have a different connection to it. I bought that. I've only bought
what was his name? The director?
Brian De Palma.
Coppola, right?
No, Brian De Palma.
De Palma. There, I was gonna say what's with a D. Yeah, De Palma. Yeah, you know what's crazy is there was one. Someone was just telling me I have to watch it. It was a low key movie, but it was De Palma. But it was Travolta as like a killer, like a stalker killer.
Oh, yeah,
never heard.
Yeah, and then this is the movie. This is the movie that Tarantino loved. This is why he wanted to cast Tarantino. You know what I mean? In Pulp Fiction.
Travolta. Oh, Travolta.
Yeah, Travolta. My bad. Yeah, Travolta. Okay. Yeah, Travolta starred in where he was like the killer in one of De Palma's movies. I think it was like in the late 80s or something. It's like a real low key movie that like I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I need to. Someone was telling just like a week ago. I think it was Candlestick. He's like, bro, you gotta watch it. He's like, that movie's hella good, low key. No one knows about that shit. I like Brian De Palma.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, Nelson, that's the way. Because I mean, people can interpret it however they like, but that's really just that scale that we created. Really, more or less. I mean, that's our scale.
I like the analogy though of women, right? Because let me take my shot. It's like, what I'm saying. When I was a young mustache running around, you know what I mean? Like, I like a movie. I might watch every one of them. You know what I mean? Like, I might fuck every one of them if I could. But then, like, which ones would I want to marry or fuck for life? Or which ones would I want to fuck repeatedly? Hey, I'll fuck her for 5 days. You know what I mean? It's like maybe maybe that sounds sleazy, something like that. But I understand his analogy. Like,
right.
A 10.
A 10.
And buying it, I wouldn't say it's a 10. I would just say it's the upper scale.
What's that?
Because how many do we have? We have the buy, and there's the 5-day, 2-day, and 1 day. So I mean, it almost like whatever you do, 2.5 or less is a one. Is the same day rental. 2.5.
No, I think your scale is good. I was just like, I was just noticing that maybe I'm just being too harsh on the.
Nah, but you gotta be that guy though.
Yeah.
Because okay, what I was talking about a 10. I can think there's 3 women I can think in my mind right now that were actual 10s that I actually saw in person. That's how rare a 10 is. And when you see a 10, it's not about you're sexually attracted to them. It's just like you see their beauty. It's just like you look like, wow, she's so good looking. I don't want to say your heart skips, but you breathe a little differently. It's like, whoa. And other women will do the same thing when they see a woman like that. And I can think of, I was in Hong Kong, so I've seen 2 in LA. And other than that, I really haven't seen 10s. I've seen a lot of 9s, of course, in my life, but a 10 is just a different thing.
Back in the days, right?
Different thing.
Like when the Kardashians were like, like when that show.
Oh, they're not even close to being 10.
No, exactly. Because like a lot of people consider her as like a modern 10, right? And like I remember when we were in the club, check this out. When we were in the club, and because they always frequent Tao, that was like their spot. And they would be like promoted, like being there and shit, keeping up with the Kardashians and whatnot. So we're in the club, and I'm like a velvet rope separated from her. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and the booty was real big in real life, but I'm like, yeah, that's not like, maybe it's because I'm not really into the cartoonish type of, you know what I mean?
I guess I could never rate anyone a 10 knowing that everything about her is fake also.
Well, you don't know that though. They may not.
Then
yeah, right. I thought I meant just in general as a 10.
This is gonna sound real sleazy. Yeah. I gotta preferences that.
No, I would agree with you on that, Alex. I feel the same way.
Yeah, and like I was just about to say too, like when it comes to like 10s, like as you know what I mean, like I don't know. I always just wanted to fuck them. 9 times out of 10, those 10s don't really have much to say in my. Especially in the ones that I've encountered that I would consider 10.
No, but Bogey, a 10 is just looks. It's got nothing to do with them saying anything.
Exactly.
So have you seen a 10?
Normally those are just ones that when I want to fornicate with, just to be like, you know what I mean? And then like I said, it's gonna sound sleazy, but just to be like, bro, yeah, I took her down. Like, oh shit, like the homies, like, oh my god, she's hella bad. You did that, yeah. You know what I mean? Whether or not I was good at all or anything. Whether or not it might not never even see her again or talk to her again. She might not never talk to me. Might be vice versa, right? Maybe I was terrible for all I know. But the fact that I took her down, you know what I mean? When you're a young man running around, those are like trophies. Like I said, it sounds kind of sleazy, but like then
that's true.
That's what I said. Like maybe because a 10 to me is different as I got older and evolved and grown as a man. Like a 10 to me is someone that that understands me as the mess I am in a genius mess. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. And I feel like that's a 10 to me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I feel like I'm with mine.
And a 10, I think a 10, a 10's only looks. A 10 to you, that's cool to say and stuff, but
yeah,
really a 10, you can only just go by looks. Because we're attracted to women by the looks, not by anything they do.
Angelina Jolie.
When you look at her, she's no 10. Come on. There's no 10s. There's no 10s that are in show business. Trust me on that. I'll tell you that. There's no 10s in show business. There's no 10s that you see on a regular basis. They're not 10s.
Right.
When you see a real 10, it's like they're not doing acting because they don't have to.
Right.
And I'm not saying that necessarily with a billionaire either, but there's just women that you don't really see, and they stand out from everybody else. Once every 6 years, you see one.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough.
Right.
If you're lucky enough. Yeah, sure. The woman you're with, yeah, you say she's a 10. Nah, the thing is, I'm talking about just straight up beauty. We're just looking. Her mouth is shut. That's what I'm talking about. Because the bone structure, maybe what she's wearing too,
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, I saw this one woman in I was in Hong Kong, right? I was walking Hong Kong downtown streets or whatever. It's all skyscrapers there. And there's this woman standing outside of a hotel. She seemed like she must have been like a call girl or something. She had like a expensive trench coat on, and she looked like a porcelain doll. It almost looked like it wasn't even real. I just kept looking. I was like, whoa. She wasn't even moving. I thought it was like a statue that was just made. And it's just flawless. Asian chick. I've never seen anyone like that since.
It's my kryptonite right there, bruh.
Someone that was Asian. Then I saw a black woman here at Trader Joe's, actually, in LA. And I saw a blonde woman.
Hey, see, that's where I found my girl at.
And I haven't seen.
I ain't gonna run now. I swear to God.
1 second.
I'll call my girl right here, right now. She worked for Trader Joe's for 7 years, man.
I haven't seen any women that have matched those 3. That's what I'm talking. That's to me. That's where you see 10s. Maybe if you see some of these pageant chicks.
Did you shoot on TV? Did you shoot the shot?
You probably saw, but I haven't seen them in person though. What's that? Oh,
did you shoot the shot?
What do you mean?
When you saw?
They try to pick her up?
Yeah.
No, I just looked.
I always shoot the shot. One time I saw this super bad. Okay, I'm always go back to my Vegas stories, right? One time I was in Vegas and I was hell bent well, get me a brunette one because I was like, I ain't never landed a brunette one time, right? So I'm like, and then there was this one. She had to probably be like, man, I don't know, like 5'9", 5'10" maybe, and she was wearing like them tall ass heels, and she straight up told me, "You ain't tall enough to ride this ride." All my boys laughed at me, man, because I was up there trying to kick game at her, bro, doing one of these. Hey, man, damn,
tall I say when lying down, the height doesn't matter. I'm just saying though. Let's say out of my mouth.
See, in the 70s, see now I know why the disco fools used to love it in the 70s because the motherfuckers said, you know, I'm on my platforms. You know what I mean? What's up, baby? I had to fly.
Hey, listen, girl, you're not 6'8", because what's a 6'8" chick gonna do as far as men attract men? What is she gonna do? Right? A 6 foot. So who?
With a basketball player.
No, right. Yeah. Well, what's the options for a 6'8", 6'10" woman to go out with a height for a guy? What's their options?
Not basketball players.
No. Their option is what?
Oh,
short guy.
Guys
with people. How are they going to find a guy their height or taller? The chances are way better if you talk about 0.0025% percentile that you're going to meet a guy that's her height. So she has to go with someone shorter.
I always knew I was going to be with a chick that would shank somebody because my girl would shank somebody.
When a woman says you're not tall enough, or they think that they're tall because they're 5'11", right?
Yeah.
The thing is, you are tall enough because a 6'8" woman,
and she wearing them 6-inch heels.
They're checking all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So you think they're just going out with tall
glass
of milk?
They're
not. They're going with any guy. Actually put up with the
milk does the body good.
Now you're not listening to me. Willie.
No, I'm listening. I'm just saying. Because like the white women never.
I'm just proving. I'm just giving you an example based on what that chick said to you. Then it's just a retort. That because what she said to you was bullshit. Is my point.
Yeah, and
you're not tall enough. That's fucking bullshit.
Like
bullshit.
I'm 5'7", so that's like average height, right? And it is funny when I see I got shout out to my homie Matt. He's a little Italian dude. He's like 5'5", but he's yoked. You know what I mean? And he has the craziest Napoleon like little man complex. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like his girl's hella taller than him. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy because like he's always stepping. Just hey, look at my lady. Like he was one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like, hey, very relaxed, man. You know what I mean? Of course, everyone's looking at your lady. She's hella like 2 feet taller than you. There's like sight. You know what I mean?
I saw a chick she was 6'6", but the dude was about 5'7".
Damn. Hey, that's the time he gets drunk. He's like, babe, carry me to the car.
You ask most guys my height are a little taller or a little shorter. You ask guys that are like 5'11" to 6'4". Ask them if they like tall women. Most of them don't. Most of them aren't into women that are their height. Most of them are into small, petite women. So if they are in that, then what's the chance? If they're not messing with tall chicks, but the tall chicks are going to be like celibate? No, they're not celibate. They're going out with shorter dudes.
Because even like what I thought about that story with what Bogard said is if she really wasn't into it at all, she wouldn't have even said like anything at all.
Yeah, right. Exactly my point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's true.
You ain't lying.
Bogey, you had a chance, man.
You ain't tall enough to ride this ride.
Right?
He had a type. Well, see, here's my thing too. Is my type, like, you know, I was trying to do something different. I was on a mission because my type is I like the little 5'3"ers. You know what I mean?
Too.
That's my speed right there. 5'2"ers and 3'ers. You know what I mean?
I like him even like 4'8", 4'8". That's cool.
See, here's the thing: is like, I don't know. It's something about it. I'm 5'3", bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm a magnet to him or something.
I went out with the chick. She was 6'6.5". If she wouldn't tell me, she said she was 6'3". I go, you ain't no 6'3".
That's like some supermodel shit right there.
Then she models. I'll show I'll send the photo of her. She was 6'6.5". Let's call her 6'7". All right. And she wouldn't tell me her height, but she said, I think one time she said 6'4".
Did she wear like wedges or something? Like what? When she wore like girly shoes, what did she do? Like,
no, you're right. She wore wedges like flats.
Yeah, see how I nailed that? Because like you wear the heels. Yeah. Now they're like, now they gotta go like this when they walk through a doorway, huh? They're like do one of those. So they don't
pretty much. And she wouldn't tell me. So you know how I found out how her exact height was? She went in the shower.
You walked into a liquor store.
No, in the morning that would work too. but in the morning,
because you know they got the thing on the side of the door.
But no, you're close. You know, she walked into the bathroom. I said, where's her head hitting? Okay, there's her head hits that. Shuts the door, and I mark it. Bing. I'll measure after she leaves. You know, this is the next morning. I measured. I go 6.5.
Damn, babe.
Yeah. We go out and stuff. You know, we go. And the host of a restaurant say, "Oh, you're both so tall." I go, yeah, I'm tall, but look at her. She's way taller than me. So you think I'm taller because she's huge.
I see. I would have been me. See, I
But a
would
lot
have
of
been
guys
like, I would have coached.
like
I would have been the coach, right? We would have had the best co-ed two man or one woman, one man team of volleyball, right? You just set it up and you spike it, bro.
Well, here's a question for you and us. Why do you think guys my height and a little taller, and maybe a little shorter, why don't they like tall women? See, I'm different. I like tall women. I like them short too. I like giant women too. They're cool.
I guess I can't get in that mind state. I'm like 5'9.5" on a good day.
No, I will tell you the answer. But why do you think they don't like? And I've asked my other friends this that don't like tall women. They're
already used to being the taller person around.
What's that?
Just used to being the taller person around already.
Yeah, exactly. Because it feels awkward. Because when you see a tall, like when around a chick that's your height, or even like an inch shorter to like. You know,
that's why no one stays with Taylor Swift, huh?
But it feels weird. But if you're 5'7", you often see women your height, correct? And taller.
Yeah.
Guys, me, I don't see that. I don't even see a lot of guys my height. I'm not super tall and 6'1", but you know that's the thing. So these guys that are 6'2", 6'3", when they have a woman that's 6'5", they feel intimidated because they're not used to it. And even though they're taller than you guys. Yeah. It's kind of funny to me because I'm cool with it, but a lot of those guys don't like that. So they like these 5'3" or 5'2", 5 feet. Or
in the TV show Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, I knew it. You see, I called that.
Jesse, if you look at Jesse, like they're having this whole episode of how huge she is compared to everybody, and her and Zach, Elizabeth Berkley is the actress.
Girl. How she looks like. There was a black one, not her, right?
It was the taller one of the three with the curly.
She had the curly hair.
Oh, her, yeah.
But when her and Zach were looking face to face, she's maybe an inch taller than him. Like they're like literally the same height. You know, while she's talking about how she's like,
female, bro.
Well, yeah, she's way taller than at the time, Kelly and fucking Lisa for sure. Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny too? Because you said she's female. Ever notice that like if a female that's the same height as a man, she seems taller? Do you get that, or is it just me?
9 times out of 10, she's wearing heels too. Like you know, we went through like a solid 15 years, 20 years of stilettos being the shit, right? And like I go out with my girl, and I'm always I'm shrunken even more. She's shorter than me, but now she's wearing the 6-inch joints, so now she's taller than me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe that's just my take on it. You know what I mean?
Well, you always get the platforms, and they're still even. You know. What can
listen, I'm just about to listen. I'm just gonna start dressing like I'm a member of Kiss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's the
space
saying,
boot,
right?
The big old space boot things, man. That'd be kind of hard.
Like I said, when you're lying down, Bogey, when you're lying down, it doesn't matter, man.
Oh yeah, but you know,
I'm
a fan of the squat. I'm a fan of the squat move. You know what I mean, or the reverse cowgirl. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean. If they're like 6'6", that's like you know what I mean. You got to be.
Also, one thing, like one time, like you know, we did a different position, but she was on her back one time. That like her knees were like up high. It was kind of they were long legs. So that was a difference. That was kind of
oh shit. Hey, listen though.
They kind of got in the way actually.
Hey, listen, I'll throw the cowboy hat on. We're gonna hit this from the back, and you gotta jump on the saddle. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I remember if she just bent over the Bogey, like you wouldn't be able to reach.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, I'll get a stool. I mean, let's do the 3-point stance. You know what I mean?
Hut.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Let me get, you know what I'm talking about?
But really, a lot of tall women get passed up. A lot of tall women get passed up, man, and they need loving too.
Well, because you know
that's why I put an extra, you know, I give them show them extra love.
What is the most common thing the common word that is describe a good looking chick that's short? She's cute.
Like a spinner?
She's cute.
Oh, she's cute, right?
Yeah. Okay. I met this cute chick. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe say I met this hot chick, but you know, whenever they're shorter, she's like, I feel like when they're taller and like supermodel-esque, like tall height wise, it's this different word they describe them. They don't say she's cute. They say, oh, she's hot. Oh, she's, you know, she's like,
yeah, you're right. That's right. That's true.
Like,
Because
you know what I mean?
she can't be beautiful if she's like 4'10", right?
Yeah, or like, okay, what do they say?
I mean, she can be, but, you know, she can't
use the word flawless when you describe the word, right?
They always use cute. You're right, huh?
Yeah, you're right. That's the first thing that I would say. Like, oh, she's cute, because you know what I mean. She's a little, you know what I mean, little 5-footer. You know what I'm saying? Like, a little 5'3" or if that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's my speed right there. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, here's another question for you guys since we're on this topic. How often have you walked by? How many times in your life have you walked by a woman when you came up to her shoulder? Because that would make her at least 6'10" to 7 feet. I can think of 4 times in my life, and that would make I'm 6. You know, usually if the top of your head goes to the bottom of the shoulder, that's a foot from the shoulder to the top of the head is a foot.
Oh, okay, you ready for this?
So your eyes are like a little high chest.
When Jay-Z and Beyonce were going on their tour where they were doing like ballparks, right? So they came to the Giants ballpark in Frisco, and just to make a long story longer, we had these shitty seats. And I complained to this dude, and then he gave us fucking phenomenal seats. I'm talking about like VIP shit. We're like 8 feet away from the stage. And Beyonce in real life, right? She is like, I feel like TV doesn't even do her justice, because like I felt like I was super small. You know what I mean? Because that's someone who I feel is like drop dead gorgeous, like in my opinion, and she's like natural to at least as far as I know. You know what I mean? And I was just like. Even my girl was jocking, like you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the type, because I'm also like enamored with her talent and everything as well.
So you
like,
saw in person, you're saying? Oh,
yeah.
No, how close were you?
Yeah, shaking the jelly. You know what I mean?
How close were you to her? Because
probably like 8 feet away from her. You know what I mean?
She was hella tall.
She's super tall. Like, she's wearing the heels, just killing it, dancing, doing all dances. So yeah, I don't know how tall she is in real without the heels. 5'9", but it's also just the allure of her. I don't even think she's that tall, to be honest.
Maybe not.
I don't even think so. But she had them heels. She had the tallest heels in the fucking world, and she's killing it. And I felt like I was super shrunk down because just the allure of her. You know what I mean? Like you know, that's someone I would say I think is a 10. You know what I mean? But I'm also enamored with her talent and all this shit. Especially if she just doesn't talk with her regular voice, because when she talks, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, she got one of them deeper voices. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, she's not known for her aesthetics of her voice.
No,
she doesn't do a lot of interviews, right?
She's known for her aesthetics of her voice singing, right? But
exactly. That's why she doesn't do a lot of interviews, because it's not a great look. Some people do really good interviews. Apparently,
the voice don't match. The voice don't match her. When she sings, you're like, oh my God, like she hits the falsetto and all this, like, that's insane. So much power in her voice, too. You know who was like that? I never seen her live, but like, I used to think she was mad cute and she could hella sing too. It was Christina Aguilera. Then she started fucking with her nose, and it was like,
She's only 5'2", by the way.
See what I'm saying? Stupid power out of her, too. That's crazy how you can, like, okay, what do they say? What do they say in the opera? It's not over till the fat lady sings, right? And the fat lady, she got all this diaphragm right here, and she's wailing, right? It's amazing when you see someone small like Christina Aguilera, and she could wail like a motherfucker. Or even like, what's the cokehead bitch? Ariana Grande. She's hella tiny.
Grande's 5'1". I just saw these.
She can wail, bro. Her head's big as fuck. Maybe it's for she can wail tiny, though.
She's very
really tiny, super tiny.
I don't know any of her music, unfortunately.
It's
fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know her music, but I know who she is.
She's real nasally.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like her singing style. It's hella nasally. Well, I spent a lot of years recording different, various artists, so it's like I could easily like pinpoint like so, because I have a trained ear for it, where like if I was going to like EQ in post production, you know what I mean? Like I could already tell like her voice, even though she can hit like super falsettos, like it's a little bassy because she's mad nasally. You know what I mean? My voice is like that, just my regular talking voice. Like when I record myself, you could see it on the fucking thing. I'm heavy on the low end, and I'm just talking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of nasally people are like that. Drake's nasally when you hear him sing. Ha, 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 yeah. Right? Super nasal.
On a Tuesday. No, that's not him. But he does that on a Tuesday with what's his
Yeah, he was on a song with that dude. Yeah, that was like one of his artists. You know what's crazy? That dude was like, he was openly gay, and he had a major hit. Yeah, like because the hip hop realm is predominantly homophobic, and and Drake kind of like broke the boundaries and signed a gay artist. You know what I mean? That song's a slap too. Going up on a Tuesday.
I don't know that. I mean, I don't know anything about it. What's his name though?
I Love McConan. The guys.
I just like the track, man. It's a nice track.
Good track.
Oh, yeah. I was saying there's like I don't know 4 times like I had came up to a chick's shoulder, right? So I was pretty tall. So that's really tall. A couple years ago, right?
You're 6'1", bro.
Yeah, I'm 6'1". There's this chick. Actually, I didn't know it was. But this is like 7. She was like at least 6'10", but I think she was like 7 feet, right? So she's walking. I'm walking to get some coconuts or something. She's kind of in that area. I'm looking. I'm checking it out to see, but I couldn't tell if it was a dude or a woman, right? I was thinking
because of the height.
Just pick around. I mean, there's got to be a couple giveaways. Obviously, I'm looking.
Yeah, look at the shoulders too, and then.
Well, I'm looking at the chest.
Look at the Adam's apple. Yeah, I mean, you can't.
No, I'm looking at her chest to see if it's woman, basically, right?
My man was telling me it's like that in LA, bro. I mean, in LA and Atlanta right now.
From her face, I couldn't tell. And she's at the Rouse over by Staples Center. Maybe she was playing basketball or something. She looked like a basketball chick. So she was she wasn't skinny, but she wasn't like fat or nothing either, right? But she looked kind of athletic. You know how they're kind of tall people, how they move kind of lanky? They kind of like almost move slow motion. They're kind of gangly. You know what I'm saying, Bogey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I walk by and go, oh, it is a chick. And then it's okay. And then,
you remember watching Shaq in his early days?
Oh, yeah.
He's running down the court. He's kind of gangly and there's no fluidity to it. You know what I mean? Till he really you know what I mean? Got into his own. But yeah, so I can imagine even like for me.
Let me just finish up the story real quick. Right. So I was going to get my coconuts. Then she was when I saw her earlier, she was walking the other way, but she saw me, right? And then when my coconuts, I think, okay, it was a chick. Oh well, but she's not that good looking, so I'm not gonna check her or nothing. I'm getting coconuts. Next thing I know, she's kind of over by me. I'm thinking, oh, this chick's kind of checking me out. I can tell because it doesn't happen a lot, right? Like the way that women do it, kind of overtly. They're always so covert about it, you miss it. And then she came over. Then I could have said something, but the fact that I wasn't totally sure that it was. I'm pretty sure it was a chick, but she just was. If she was like just basic, just like average looking, then I would have got talking to her. And the talk was easy to just talk to. I don't say, oh, you play basketball. I don't say something like that, but I just say something. I just make something up. And then I would have, but then I was like, but I had the opportunity to get my second tall chick, you know?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Listen, the world is my theme park. You know what I mean? As long as I'm up height, apparently.
On a Tuesday. All right. I gotta make another meal here, man.
Yeah.
It's about time to get out of here. So
we're doing you said what was it? This is you're doing a not Michael Keaton now. What's his name?
Scrooge.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, Scrooged. What's his name?
Murray.
Scrooge.
Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime. And we're gonna try actually streaming that movie while we're doing the watch along.
Yeah, because dig this, Nelly, we're allowed to do that.
Oh, on Twitch?
Yeah, as long as the movie's on provided. I mean, they provided.
You have to have Amazon Prime. So if you don't have Amazon Prime,
they won't be able to see it.
Yeah,
actually, I think by then I might have it because I'm gonna get it because I got to order a bunch of stuff and they offer me a deal if I go Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So,
right now,
I've got Amazon Video or whatever for something we watched long ago. Yeah. Or Prime Video. I didn't know I still had it. I'm paying like $8 a month. So I was like, they said, well, if you switch to Amazon Prime, it's taken care of because it's included, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna pay the $100 or whatever, $120 to offer me, and I'll get it.
Okay, real quick before we get out of here, big public service announcement because this has been happening. So apparently with Amazon Prime, They fucking they boosted something up in there, and you know what I'm saying, in for this time of year. I don't know what they did, right? But apparently now the hackers are in there super tough. And like, so I'm advising everyone, because this happened to us already, and my mom's and all kind of everyone around me, bro, is that you got to check your Amazon joint. And when you click on it, look, check the delivery address. They're hacking it and getting it and changing the addresses, or it'll be like a new address or the hub. Then you constantly got to change your passcode. And this shit happened twice this week already. I forgot to mention it on the show.
Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it's like it's happened. And then like even like my sister.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, it happened to her. Yeah, because the hackers are real slick right now, and they're good about it. You get notified usually, but like this is that new shit that they're on right now. You know what I mean? They found a way where they're changing the. So not only are they trying to order shit through your account, like because that shit happens all the time, and they're trying to order shit for your account and have it sent somewhere, or they're just trying to just lift whatever you're ordering and just have it sent to. You know what I mean? And then most of the time they're putting the hubs. So then they can order shit and just pick it up. You know what I mean?
So how do you combat that? If you check, so you check your account every week.
When you open up your Amazon thing, on the bottom it'll have like a stick figure type of thing. That's you. You click on that, and then it'll pull up your account, and then it'll show you what your delivery addresses are and stuff like that. And they'll just add addresses to it. You know what I mean? Or they'll add the Amazon hub.
Hackers do that.
Yeah, the hackers are doing that. You know what I mean?
So how often would you have to check to make it so you?
I mean, shit, bro. It happened to us twice this week. You know what I mean?
So you got to check every other day or something.
I mean, shit. We're most of our shopping these days for Christmas, when we're Christmas shopping for the family, it's all through Amazon anyway. So like, it was just you know what I mean? And then we had a big family thread because my sister was the one. She was like, and it was crazy because it was the one of them was a local address. So I was like, damn, like this motherfucker is like, because normally it'd be like, oh, someone in Utah is trying to do some shit to us, or somebody, you know what I mean? So it was kind of a trip, but that was a single case right there. It was like all the other addresses were like fucking out of state type of shit. You know what I mean?
Wild.
Yeah, crazy.
All right. Well, for just a reminder, go subscribe to the audio version of the podcast, Silver Screen Breakdowns. Go subscribe to the Silver Screen Breakdowns YouTube channel. And Nelson, remind everyone where to follow you at.
Yeah, you can follow me on YouTube, Nelson Tynes. Search me there. Instagram as well, and film actor in Hollywood here. And movies you can see me actually on Prime Video is Paid in Full. I'm in that. That's been on Netflix for a few years, but they moved that to Prime Video. And a couple other things. I think Popcorn or something is another one. And yeah, you can see my acting on my YouTube channels, but no YouTube channel. But you can see my demo reel montages of different acting as far as commercials and film work and stuff like that.
And don't forget to check our man's out in Paid in Full. One of the GOAT movies.
Paid in Full. Paid in Full. That was Miramax. Yeah.
One of the GOAT movies right there.
That is true, Bogey. That is true.
Oh yeah.
Where can we find you, Bogey?
Man, I'm very elusive. But you can find me wherever you consume music. You know what I mean? Spotify, Apple, Tidal. Just search Bogard Scott Free. And you can also check me and Huss and my man Nelly out now on as well. You know what I mean? Let's go. Silver Screen Breakdown.
Twitch. Right. Are we new on Twitch, or was it just new?
We've been doing Twitch for a while, for a couple years now. Yeah.
Well, I just started the Silver Screen Breakdowns one, so that one's brand new. But I'll send you the link to like the main one, the 420 Crew Twitch channel.
Gotcha.
There we go.
All right, fellas.
Right. We'll see you
Great
guys
talking
next
to you
week.
as usual.
Yeah, man. Good to get us all back together again. Feels like it's been forever.
Oh yeah.
A couple glitches in the system. Glitches. My paranormal friend.
Hey, you know what? Hey, things like this can occur in the field. You know what I mean? A couple glitches in the matrix, but we'll be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no coincidences.
Nah, never.
Incidents.
No coincidence at all.
All right, guys. Good night.
Yeah, we'll see you next week for Scrooged. Peace out.
Peace.
Silver screen, motion picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really live this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's where the most high, we the most lit.